Alright, everybody, I think we're good to be live. Welcome back to Beat Me Take My Pokemon. And this time, we're not gonna get interrupted by a thunderstorm. We're gonna be perfectly fine, probably. But today, we have finally the unveiling of Team 5. Very, very big event. And it's going to be pretty great. And if I open box right now, I would probably reveal what it is, but I'm not going to get into it yet. What is... Oh, it's thanks for nothing. I forgot I get thanks for nothing mirror herbs so that I can always put it on a Pokemon for parting shot in the future. Because parting shot is a really hard move to get on Pokemon, except for Bombardier. Bombardier learns it naturally, so you can mirror herb it onto everything else with Bombardier. And I've used Bombardier to put parting shot on things many times. Not recently, though. Also, hello, Stormtrooper in a business suit. Good to see you again. Hopefully this time we will not be interrupted. And we can actually do Beat Me Take My Pokemon today. Last time I was also going over the rule changes whenever I got interrupted, so let me go over the rule changes again. The stream will be battles against viewers. If a viewer manages to beat me, they get the ability to take one of the Pokemon that I used in the battles. The rules are as follows. All battles will be done using VGC Reg F, which has not changed. The next part that has changed a tiniest bit is that an attempt will consist of 3 back-to-back battles unless the viewer chooses to forfeit. The viewer can either choose to battle 3 teams randomly or 1 team 3 times. A successful attempt for the viewer would be 2 wins out of 3 battles. If the 3 battles were random, the viewer may take any Pokemon from the 5 teams. If the 3 battles were against 1 team, the viewer may take only a Pokemon from the team that they battled. I will make an exception where if a viewer has shown enough growth in their VGC battling, they have won 1 battle in an attempt very skillfully, that the viewer may take a Pokemon. Once a viewer has won 2 Pokemon, all of that stuff applies once more wins have been in consideration, same as before. Viewers allowed to change anything about their teams in between battles, and the stream sniping clause. And we have Team 4 on there, and Team 5 will be updated after this live stream, but obviously not for this one. Got attempt to bring a buddy to join in the tomfoolery? I mean, fair enough. I just want to fight. I like fights. Oh, you know what? I might grab... Where's my own link? Should be a really easy way for me to grab a link to this. Oh, you might hear me for a sec. Mute tab. I'll probably just do the fight random teams per usual. I mean, fair enough, fair enough. The fight the same team over again for 3 times is definitely intended to encourage just a little bit of counter teaming, like just a dash for people who want to just actually win one time. Let me go here for a sec. Alright, I promoted this in one place that I normally don't. Just for funsies. Alright, but now let's get set up on link code. I wish I remembered what yesterday's link code was. Actually, maybe it was like... I feel like that's pretty close. It's not exactly that, but it was pretty close to that. And I will wait for the live stream to catch up. And I will be searching. Oh, by the way, Fire Farmer, I've now made gravity-based teams. Ooh, I love gravity. Gravity is so exciting. So many more things become viable once you start using gravity. I hope we get another way to set gravity in the next generation somehow. Give me like a pivot move that sets up gravity. If we have a pivot move that sets up, what's it called? Snow. With Slowking, then I would like a pivot move that sets up gravity. So I can pivot into my Hustle Flapple and click Grab Apple into everybody. You'd be impressed with what can work? Oh, yeah. 100%. Love me, my Hustle Mons becoming viable, my Zap Cannon and Inferno Mons becoming viable, ground types being able to hit everything, Hypnosis being like over 80% accurate. Good stuff, good stuff. Anyway, I'm getting my team prepared up. Well, there's no line right now, so you can take as long as you need. Alright, here we go. Current party does not work, but I have 5 full options to pick from. Isn't that wonderful? And why don't we start with Team 5? Even though it says Team 1. This is Team 5. Okay, who have we got here? It looks to be a Gravity team, because it has the Flapple and a Prankster Sableye. Gravity is also good for the mouse because it gets to land all of its population bombs. I think I'm going to bring... Not exactly sure. It would be good to deal with that. Yeah, I think I do that. Alright, Sableye and the mouse have made an appearance. I could Tailwind and try and put the mouse to sleep, doesn't seem terrible. Sableye's going to activate gravity. Downplane falls from the sky due to gravity. Okay, the mouse is still faster than me even with gravity set up. Ooh, the critical hit. Oh, okay, we lived the double crit. A Brute Blind flinched because it's holding a King's Rock on the mouse hold. That is rather not great. Not great at all. I'm going to do this, and then do this. Sableye is going to leave. Or to bring in Raikou. Mousehold went for the feint. Okay. Alright, we're gonna form full Dozo mode. We're gonna go for a Terra Dragon Order Up into the Mousehold, which is going to knock out Mousehold. It's the attack boost. Zap Cannon is going to land into Dondozo. Okay, Dondozo is now slow. Dusknoir is going to come in. Going to Frisk Mate, Tatsugiri, find a Focus Sash. It's going to Frisk Dondozo and find a Clamulet. I think we're gonna do this here. Okay, Raikou protects. And what does that do? Does it curse? No, it tricks. Dondozo now has a Sticky Barb. And the Dusknoir now has a Clamulet as our Tailwind peters out. We now take damage every turn. If I was them, I would swap out Raikou. So I'm instead going to order up into the Dusknoir. Yes. Sableye is going to enter. Dondozo could move because paralyzed is a tad bit unfortunate. Critical hit is extra unfortunate. That is really not great, especially if this thing has Shadow Sneak, or if Sableye has Fake Out, then we get to just die this turn. And I'm pretty sure I lose the game. Yeah, I'm just gonna try taking out. Okay, can't do that. Dusknoir goes down to the Sticky Barb. Flashes into Tatsugiri. Dusknoir goes for Poltergeist into Tatsugiri. Bar gets an accuracy drop into Sableye. Poltergeist into Talonflame. Lightwire is going to clear the field. And my only out is a Muddy Water Miss, probably with the help of a Tailwind. Nobody expects the Dusknoir. I mean, it's a fine Pokemon. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Muddy Water hits Raikou. Does not get the accuracy drop that I wanted, though. Nope. All right. GG. I mean, I don't know if I would say GG after getting a turn 1 King's Rock Population Bomb flinch into Dondozo, paralyzed turn, crit the Dondozo. That's a bit of a luck-based game there. Let's bring in. Well, now I have to pick between 4 teams. Before I just had to pick between 3 teams. Let's go with this team. Random teams? Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, we have many mons. Let's do this, and then this, and then who should our last one be? It's this. I wouldn't say luck, the multiple crits. Well, yeah, the multiple crits is what caused luck, though. Oh, I forgot about the 2 population bomb crits. Yeah, the 2 population bomb crits also probably... No, I guess with Technician probably wouldn't matter for the Feint. Because the Feint is 2 population bombs. But the crits are the luck, though. It's possible. No, it's not possible. This King Gambit. Unless it's like Iron Ball King Gambit, but that never makes sense. His life's going to South Gravity. King Gambit Flings. It's big money. It's supposed to be a lot of damage. It's very possible that the King Gambit will decide to terrestrialize it here, and Sableye really isn't pressuring me. So I think that I'm going to double the King Gambit and terrestrialize, assuming that it's going to live. Hello, the crab, Cyreg, how you doing? Sableye is going to Helping Hand into King Gambit, and what is King Gambit going to do? Take some damage. Sableye goes down to its Sash. Ironhead's into Vermilion. Okay. I got a crit, but that crit doesn't matter. Now comes in Raikou. Seeing that this Raikou is Terra Water, I think I am fine. Just clicking up Moonblast and Expanding Force. we're gonna Hyper Voice and Expanding Voice. Okay, Raiko's going to Protect. Sableye takes a turn to just go for useless gravity because it can't do anything else and just wants to get off the field. Yeah, I partake in some violence. I mean, sure. Remember, done with Stormtrooper set. And now it comes in the back. Is the mouse hold. Okay. There's the terrestrialization. Is on the Raikou into Terran Water. And it goes into the Expanding Force. And it's gonna knock out both. Up the hello cherry. Here's the last game we'll decide. It will, in fact. So we'll have to see how it goes. But I'm going to... Let me think. I can use this team, or Team 4. And I think I'm going to go with... I'm gonna go with this team. Alright. Same gravity as before. What do I do now? Now I think what would be good is to... Let's do this, and then this, and then this, and then this. Or do I do this? Yeah, I think this helps me in more matchups. You best of 3? Yep. You can either choose to do best of 3 against 3 teams, or you can do best of 3 against 1 team. But if you beat that team, then you only get to pick a Pokemon from that team. Alright, we have the mouse hold, but it needs to be slow. And then I could try to body press. I make the mouse slow. Dusclops does have the ability to come in. I think I'm just going to Flash Cannon the Sableye. Okay, who's going to replace the mouse hold? It's Raikou, okay. Thunder Wave is not going to affect either Pokemon because Dark doesn't affect Prankster, and Electric types can't be paralyzed. It might take some damage. Everybody goes for the helping hand here. We get up our light screen. Echo goes for the Force Sphere. Does a little bit under half. High Crest does that much to Raikou. Yeah, I think I do that. Also, hello, Dom da Bomb. How you doing? There's the helping hand into Raikou again. Raikou again goes to the Aura Sphere, but this time we're going to resist it. Is this a 1v1? Nope. It's, you do a full set of 3, and all the rules, of course, are in the description of the video, but the basic idea is that you do 3 battles, and then based on whether or not you win or lose, you get to take a Pokemon. So while we're in the middle of this set, I would highly suggest looking over the rules in the video description. You know, I should have protected to see what would happen. The main thing I wanted to do was Terastallize and then try and get rid of the Staply to get rid of the helping hand. Alright, I need to not miss this. The mouse could be Terra Ghost. It's certainly not going to Population Bomb into Archaludon just to try and get the critical hits to win. Flapple is kind of slow, though. I am at 2 defense boost. Alright, is this going to be the mouse becoming Ghost? No, it's the Flapple terastallizing into Grass. Okay. Wants to deal damage with its Grab Apple. We land our Thunder Wave into Mouse Hold. Grab Apple is going to do a lot of damage to whatever it hits, aka Grimmsnarl. Because we are in Gravity, Terra Grass, Hustle, all of them multipliers are not super favorable. But we have a +2 defense boost on Archaludon right now, so Body Press is going to take down the Mouse Hold before it can move. And now we can bring in Pelipper. And we have a pretty safe option. Grab Apple, bring Pelipper down to a Focus Sash. Also gets the defense drop. Body Press does that much, and Hurricane is going to finish off the Flapple. GG's, GG's. Alright, once stream catches up, we will yet again have the floor open for battles. My team didn't have much for Archaludon. Yeah, true. Outside of the Aura Sphere, difficult to have good matchup. That's why I tend to use Terra Ground, Terra Blast, Flapple. Just for the ability to hit steel types with Flapple really well. That was the first Gravity team we had in the 128 teams challenge, had Terra Ground Flapple on it. Me and Storm made all the apples work. Yeah, all the apples are fun. Alright, now searching. Mind if I go next? No, I can't give anybody priority choosing or anything. Like, it's first come, first serve. But as long as you stick around long enough, I guarantee you we'll be able to get through everybody. Alright, we got Crab Lord. Let me grab my handy-dandy notepad. But since this is Crab Lord's first battle, they gotta win all 3 battles, but then after that they only have to win 2 out of 3. So let me take a sec just to write down. So that I know for the future. And now I'm going to temporarily hide the screen so that I can pick a team. And the team I'm going to pick is this one. Alright. We have another Gravity team. Well, would you look at that? Different Zap Cannonmon, though, and a change from Raikou to Magnezone. But, a lot of similarities to that last one. My Flapple was a Choice Band build. Yeah, Choice Band I think is the best item for Flapple. I think I do this, and then this, and then... Who else? I guess this, and then this come in very handy. Me and Storm work together? Oh, you don't say. Alright, it is Salamence and Goodra, but not Salamence, it is Roaring Moon. We're gonna proc Sneasel's Grassy Seed, so that activates some Burden, and this Salamence is not booster energy, which is important to know. I do not want the Salamence to hurt me. That would be bad. I think I'm going to click Dire Claw, and I'm going to fake out the Salamence, and we will see what happens. Salamence gets... It's not Salamence, Roaring Moon. Dire Claw hits Goodra. Goodra goes for Life Dew. Okay. Quite a bit of recovery on the field. It's still quite a bit of recovery going on the field. Almost like that first turn didn't get to happen. I think I'm just going to click Close Combat and then Grassy Glide into Salamence in case it is a Sash. And that powers through Salamence. Or Roaring Moon, not Salamence. This is like a third level strategy where you make me have to constantly rethink what Pokemon names I'm calling out as I'm commentating my own battle. I'm getting all confuzzled. Alright, in comes Monster. With the Sableye. And Goodra could be Sap Sipper. It's probably like its best ability. I think I'm just going to click U-turn and Dire Claw into my opponent. Will-O-Wisp does come out into Rillaboom, which I am moderately okay with. Dire Claw comes out into Sneasler. We don't get our 50% proc. We're going to bring in Porygon 2. You get an attack boost, which is not quite what I wanted. And Sneasler is going to get Dragon-tailed out. Into who? King Gambit is not a Pokemon I want on the field right now. You just gotta protect. Sableye tries to Will-O-Wisp into King Gambit, but does not get it. More recovery is going to happen on the field. And I think now this would be a great turn for me to do this and to do this. Sable comes out into Porygon 2. Stop it from using Ice Beam. Life Dew comes out from Goodra. Kowtow does a lot to Goodra. Ice Beam has been disabled. Grass disappears from the battlefield. Guess I'm gonna do this. Goodra protects. This Foul Play into Porygon, which is going to do a bit of damage because of the fact that we got an attack boost whenever we first entered using our download. Goodra is going to retreat, and who's going to take its place? 100%. The Magnezone. Will-O-Wisp comes out into Kingambit, but Kingambit is a Dark type, so it ignores the Prankster. We get Kowtow Cleave into Magnezone, which does quite a bit. And who do I think is slower? Kingambit, my Kingambit, who is a Kingambit, or their Magnezone, who is a Magnezone? Sableye goes for Gravity again. Kingambit gets off Sucker Punch, and that is going to take down the Magnezone. Porygon 2 goes for Terra Blast, but it does not affect Sableye. Porygon is no longer disabled on the Ice Beam. Not looking good for me. I mean, there's always time to turn it around. We are getting kind of close to the end, though, from what it would seem. Well, the odds that Goodra protects and I can just get off Sword Stance. I think I do that. Yep. Well, this comes out into Porygon 2, so Porygon 2 is now burned, in case we were planning on going for physical Terra Blast. Gambit gets off the Sword Stance. Opponent has not used Terra yet. Oh, well, we're about to see one, I think. Goodra is going to change into Terra Water. A very good thematic Terra for Goodra. We also need Poison. I think Poison would be a great thematic Terra for Goodra. Goodra now resists the ice, but it was still neutral to the Countdown Cleave, so Countdown Cleave will take down Goodra. Power Play into King Gambit does a sizable chunk of damage because we Sword Stanced. But now its Twisted Dimensions return to normal. Sableye continues to Power Play King Gambit. We get Countdown Cleave into Sableye, which takes it down. That's going to end the first game, where unfortunately Crablord cannot get a Pokemon on this attempt, but they are more than welcome to the other two battles if they would like. But GG's, GG's. Oh crap, do you want to battle the same team 3 times, or do you want to battle 3 random teams? Three random? Okay. Then let me hide screen and pick one of these randomly. I randomly pick this one. Okay, this one is a very, very apple team. Very apple. Many apples. All of the apples, except for the not fully evolved. Well, I guess there is a not fully evolved one, but that's a viable not fully evolved one. I guess I will start with... Let me bring this, and then... this, and then... Actually, maybe not this. Do this, and then this, and then this. Applin overlaps with Monster. No, does it really? Is Sableye like an honorary apple? And Poltegeist has like apple tea or something in it? So this is a tea time strategy, which I really like. Really like tea time. I could Tailwind and then click Spore to stop the Sinistra from doing the strategy. Which I think I will do. Or, wait, no, Talonflame's just faster and can taunt. And then I will quick Bullet Seed into it. Alright, Appleton is going to protect here. Talonflame gets a taunt into the Poltegeist. We cannot go for the tea time, unfortunately. But now we get Bullet Seed. Oh, and unfortunately it is weak armor. Which means that every Bullet Seed is gonna do a little bit more. I wasn't even looking. Live Team 5 reaction. Yeah, this is it. Okay. Now we're going to see Monster come onto the field, who is Sableye. We are protected from Will-O-Wisp on both of our Mons, because one of them is a Fire type and one of them is a Dark type. But what do I think I should do? Talonflame can still be quashed, but we have full health, so our priority... Quash doesn't change priority brackets, it only changes move order within priority brackets. So I think this and... I would really hate for this to Iron Defense or something. I'm gonna do this and then Bullet Seed this. I see a Terrestrialization on Appleton, and Appleton is changing into a Water type. Okay. Will-O-Wisp comes out, but it cannot affect Brute Bonnet. We get Taunt into the Appleton, just so I feel a little bit safe. Bullet Seed into the Sableye is probably not going to pick up KO. Especially not since it has a Citrus Berry. And we only get 4 hits. Draco Meteor is going to come out into Talonflame and bring it down to 10 health. So I think I will... let's taunt the Sableye 2 and then go for the... The Bullet Seed will probably cause the Appleton to eat its berry, whatever it is. I'm leaning more towards Ganlon. Let's do this. Alright, Apple Pie is going to leave. What's the song? Bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. We get Taunt into Sableye, which means that he can only go for an attacking move next turn. And this Bullet Seed is going to do not a lot to Sableye, or to Apple. And we get another 4 hits. Do I think Sucker Punch would KO? We saw how much Bullet Seed did at 100 base power. I think Sucker Punch would not... Hard to say. I'm gonna Sucker Punch the Flabble, though. get rid of that. Foul Play is going to come out into Talonflame. As Sableye gets hurt by the Rocky Helmet, and now it is probably within the Sucker Punch range. I'm getting turned into slices here. Unfortunate, but true. But true. Sucker Punch comes out to Sableye, and that is going to pick it off. Draco Meteor comes out into Root Bonnet, doing that much damage. That's a Yuri tries to Mirror Coat, but it fails because it was not attacked. Yeah, that's just Bullet Seed. Even if it activates the berry, it probably doesn't matter at this point. Ripens into a Spatek Boost. And down goes the apple. I barely beat Dondozo because of a crit. True that. I remember that. I was there. It was 40 minutes ago. Well, one more battle for Crab Lord, and then you only have to win 2 out of 3 battles on your next attempt. Let me hide screen for a sec, and I can now pick... Oh, let's go with this team, I think. I will redeem myself next battle. I mean, we'll see, we'll see. I've accepted that my current team is dumb and successfully made it worse. Well, sometimes that works. Sometimes it's the strategies that people don't expect that work out. Okay, we've got quite a diverse bunch of mons here. I don't think we've ever seen a Regirock, an Alchemy, Or a Noivern on during Beat Me Take My Pokemon. We might have seen a Galarian Weezing before. It does sound familiar. But what is the purpose of this team? I can't quite figure it out. Other than Galarian Weezing turning off everybody's abilities and then Alchemy trying to make everybody crazy with Decorate. What would be the purpose of this team? I think I'm gonna do this, this, and this. Actually, that loses to a very specific thing if it happens. I'll risk it though, since it's the third battle. We've seen Alchemy and Noivern before. Oh, have we really? I don't know my own series. And Weezing. See, I thought we'd seen Weezing before. Okay, it is that and that. So who's faster or slower? And Didi is faster / slower. I'm gonna do this and this. Bit of stream lag? Okay, I'll do some manual cooling. Give me just a second. Air Blast does a lot of damage to Ninetales. The Ninetales goes for the Aurora Veil, but it can't because Sun. And U-Turn comes out into Exeggutor. But we are a rock, so we do not take pod damage. Okay, just a rock has entered the field, and it is Regirock. I'm fine clicking clicking this and then clicking this. Ninetales is gonna leave. And Wheelboom seems to be returning. Which activates the Grassy Seed on the Regirock. A good bit of damage there. Brain Punch to Exeggutor. Does a tad bit. Anyway, does a good chunk of damage. And we're gonna do this, and then this. This is for a priority move, but we cancel it because of engaging psychic terrain. Body Press comes out into Torkoal, which Torkoal takes pretty okay. Deals some damage back with the Rocky Helmet. Torkoal gets the Heat Wave off, which finishes off the Wheelboom. And no burn on the Regirock would have been helpful, but can't have everything in life. Ninetales is going to return to the field. begins to snow on the field, of course. And do I think Ninetales is going to attack? I mean, they revealed 2 fighting-type moves on the Regirock. Do I value my focus sash on Watermaid is the question. I think that answer is yes. Yes, I do value it. I'm gonna do this. Ninetales goes for the Aurora Veil. Dazzling Gleam comes out, picks off the Ninetales, and does some damage to Regirock. Regirock goes for the Rock Slide, which is going to take out Exeggutor. Who is Terra Rock, so you could say that it was Eggy Rock. Oh, it's actually Misty Terrain on the... What's his face? Weezing. Yeah, I guess I do this. There's the terrestrialization from the opponent. It is on Weezing into a fairy type. Dazzling Gleam hits off Regirock, and we now do neutral damage into the Weezing, since it is no longer a poison type. And Weezing goes boom! Not long for this world. Does get the critical hit on it, DD. I'm going out with a bang, and that much you did. But GG's, GG's. Now you've gotten a bit of experience with some of the teams. You can figure out what worked, what didn't work. Come back stronger than ever. But once stream catches up, I will be searching again. I'm gonna have to try actually build a proper team next time. I like the teams that you had. I thought they were great. Especially T-Time. I love seeing T-Time. It's just unfortunate that I had a faster Pokemon with Taunt. Alright, we've got Cherry. Cherry will choose the rules. Rules have been set. Alright, let's start with I'm gonna have to get like a random number generator because it's too hard for me to pick what I want to start with. Let's start with this team. What does T-Time even do? T-Time forces all Pokemon that are on the field to eat their berry if they are holding a berry. So there's nothing else that acts like T-Time in the game. and it is very useful for berry-based strategies, where you can use Protect, obviously, with a Pokemon, and then Tea Time activates, and then you eat the berry. And then there's Pokemon like Cut Chew Pokemon and Ripen Pokemon that have berry-based abilities. Or Stuffed Cheeks. Stuffed Cheeks also exist as an ability. But Berry Pokemon is kind of an archetype. It's one that I think needs like another signature Pokemon. It's kind of like plus and minus. Like there's no super strong Pokemon that has the strategy. It just kind of needs a little bit to be pushed over the edge, I think, into being a viable strategy. Kind of like Parrish. Like Parrish was pretty niche before we had Screamtail and Fluttermane. Like its best user was Politoed, as we see here. I should probably think about what Pokemon that I actually want to bring. That would be good. You, and you should come. Unburden even? Oh yeah, I guess it would activate Unburden, because you used up your item. The way to get off Unburden pretty easily without like a terrain. Or like a red card or something. We have the Giraffe, and they're both Zoroarks. Both of these Pokemon are Zoroark. What if I eat the Giraffe, and then I snarl the Giraffe? No, the fact that these Pokemon can do damage really isn't a problem. I think I guess I snarl both. You see a trick come out from Farigiraf. There's a lot of speed on those Farigiraf. Arcalon gets the Choice Scarf, as it obtains an Assault Vest. And now I am locked into Snarl for quite a while. Bugbyte's going to come out, and it's going to pick up KO into Farigiraf. This will lose some HP, and the Gothitelle goes for the Trick Room. Alright, Dozo is going to come onto the field, named Incineroar. And I kind of don't want it. I think Gothitelle is going to protect, and I want Scizor to Bug-Bite it, so we're not going to risk that. Just check. Can I? No, okay. Thought so. Arcalon's probably going to get fissured into, or Scizor is going to get fissured into. Yan comes out into Scizor. Arcalon is going to get some Snarl Chip into just the Dozo. Just slightly more so than the leftovers. So I could try knocking off the Dondozo's leftovers, or I could Bug-Bite into the Pokemon that is the problem here. I think I'm going to try knock off and then keep snarling. I see a Terrestrialization. Onto Gothitelle, changing into Terra from the start. Yon comes out into Scizor. And from the looks of things, they were willing to just give me the Gothitelle. But now we're probably going to see Double Protect next turn, so that Scizor falls asleep. Snarl Chip into both bonds. And no point in doing anything else. Unless Dondozo doesn't have Protect. But we'll keep doing what we have to do. Yeah, Dondozo protects. So that Scizor will fall asleep. Ooh, I might get cut short again today by weather. We will be back tomorrow if I do get cut short by weather today. It wasn't a super likely chance for it to happen, but I might have to end a little bit early and we'll be back tomorrow because the weather is threatening my electronics and I would rather not have it do that. By the way, Fire Farmer, I hope you're ready for my new tomfoolery. More tomfoolery? Archelodon died? I wasn't paying attention and reading chat? Like he's going to hit into Scizor? I can't believe this. Scizor's still hacking to sleep. Twisted Dimensions return to normal. Yeah, let's chip this for some damage. Scizor wakes up. It's Bug Bite into Gothitelle taking it out. I'm going to bed for now. Farewell. But thanks for coming out the crab. I enjoyed battling you a lot and hope to see you again in the future. Scizor gets to eat the citrus berry. Oh, no, 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 no. Loses a little bit of HP because of the Life Orb, but we net gain health there. Arcane does a lot of damage to Dondozo, who gets confused. Ooh, yeah, this storm is getting kind of close. We're gonna see Zoroark, quote-unquote, return to the field, even though we haven't seen this thing yet. Volt Punch comes out into Springtail. Springtail takes that much damage. Oh wait, I should have Weather Balled into the Dozo because now it's going to disable me. I only just thought about that. Ah, shucks. Yeah, Hurricane gets disabled. Dondozo snaps out of confusion, goes for the Fisher. Wait, what is the win con now? Does Screamtail have to... Whoops. Does Screamtail have to... beat Pelipper? Because I don't think Dozo can beat Pelipper. Like, Dozo has Heavy Slam, so it can beat Pelipper, but it probably won't. I kind of need to battle the speed up so I can end for today. Fisher comes out into that Pokemon. Now I click this. Now I click this. You know, I hate to do this actually, but I think I need to end stream right now. I'm gonna have to put a rain check on Cherry's battle for tomorrow, or for the next time that Cherry's available. But the thunderstorm has manifested kind of close to me, and I would rather not risk my equipment. So I think that is gonna be where we're gonna end things today on a bit of a short note. But the surprise for the debut of Team 5 is that we're going to be doing Beat Me Take My Pokemon all week this week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, probably. Depending on the weather. The weather has been an unusual problem lately. It just sneaks up on me completely. But I'll make a note that Cherry is in the middle of an attempt, and then we will continue. Actually, well, you probably want a fresh attempt, don't you? So, you know, you're good. You can just get a fresh attempt next time that we start. You don't want to start with one loss anyways. But, you know, more Beat Me Take My Pokemon going on this week to celebrate the debut of Team 5. Very, very hype and exciting. And because of the weather, we're going to end a bit early. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you in the next one, aka